in here. Does it look? This is like, oh, this is the microphone, so that's going to be in the way. Oh, thank you. Really? I think the lighting's not, it's not perfect. It's kind of too bright. But, I can't be too, we're getting down to the wire, so I can't be too picky about this shit. But, every month it'll get better. Just, I almost would rather just, but that's too dark. I think I need a little bit less of a light on that side because that's so bright. I mean, I so want it to be more like dark, but you still need light. Let me try something here. Hello, hello. Live from JenZenDen. Okay, I'm going to turn my phone off and I'm going to go live on OnlyFans. Post to Twitter that I'm live. Hey, OnlyFans. Hey, Twitter. Hey, YouTube. Oh my gosh, what's my password? I'm telling you, this shit's not easy. Okay, enter code. Okay, that's not gonna work. Full moon. Start live. How's that light? Do you think that's light enough? Did I lose you? Marissa. Okay. You think I should turn the other one back on? I don't like that this microphone's in the freaking shot. The fuck? How am I gonna get this? Okay, there we go. All right, well then I'll turn it back on. It just feels so bright to me, but that's the thing. I mean, for you, that's how it feels, but then when people are watching it, that's what. But don't you think it's like, oh my god, I just can't be too picky about this for tonight. I lost the remote is somewhere. Yes, with the remote, but where's the shadows? Okay, yeah, this is just, oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm so picky about lighting. Okay, so yeah, that's the point. We're practicing to, that microphone is still in the freaking shot. This is so hard. Getting this stuff right. Like, how? Oh my God. Okay, there we go. So now, how much time do I have? 15 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my channel. So Rita is going to watch on YouTube and comment. So where did you find it? Like, where does it say I'm live? Maybe it doesn't show for me on my own channel. I don't see anything. Mm, okay. No. Okay, wait, let me turn this. Hi, everyone on OnlyFans. Is there anybody here? Hi, guys. I'm doing my very first live on YouTube. So we're working out the tech stuff because I'm going live on YouTube in 15 minutes. So thank you for joining, and I appreciate all you guys very much. Okay. Oh, there we go. There it is. There we go. There it is. Okay, that's weird. Is there a way to mute that? Is there a way to mute that? I'll just turn the volume all the way down. But welcome to chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, so I should be able to see, like, let's say in the future I grow this community and I have like people on YouTube like wanting to whatever that. So that's how to do. That's cool. That's working. Okay. Oh my gosh. We have to do the Zoom call, which we're doing on here. Now, how do we do that again? I go back to Zoom. Okay, start. Okay. So then you have to log into it. Can I see my comments on here? I don't know. You guys are commenting, but I don't know how to see them. But hey, guys. Thank you. Love you guys. This is not going to be me showing my boobs, though. Sorry. It's going to be something better and more spiritual. Although boobs are spiritual, you know how I feel about boobs. They're very spiritual. Okay, oh my gosh, we've got this kind of going.
Hi, Jen. How is you now?
Okay. So what do I need to do anything? Can I make you, we should have done this already earlier, make you like administrator or something so you can let people in, or can I do that on my phone? I've never been on Zoom. Like I've never hosted a Zoom obviously, but especially not on my phone. I can't hear you.
Sorry, it's just gonna be me, you, and Christy, right?
Mm-hmm. So she's gonna join at 6 from the link I emailed her.
Yeah, she probably could just join. Did you have to admit me just now?
No.
Okay. Well, she probably won't have to be admitted.
Okay. We're live on YouTube. We're practicing tonight, so I apologize for all this. The ceremony is starting at 6, and I'm going to light my witch's cauldron candle. And I think we'll burn some sage. We totally discombobulated how we were going to do things, so now everything's like completely different, but we got it set up. I'm live on OnlyFans. I'm live on YouTube. I'm going to be doing a Zoom with 2 dear friends of mine. Oh my God. I was so stressed out all day about this. It's freaking terrifying. So I am lighting some sage in preparation. And we are banishing fear. How's everybody feeling on this October supermoon? It's a supermoon tonight. I think it's one of like 3 or 4 supermoons we're going to have before the end of the year. So it's extra bright. Christy was like, we don't have to be outside under the moon, do we? There's too many mosquitoes. So, I was like, no, none of us are under the moon. We're all here behind our computers, behind our phones, being in modern society. She was like, she didn't even know what a full moon ceremony was, so she Googled it, and she was like, Googling, these, like when they're out, like pagan worshipers out under the full moon, like around a bonfire and everything. She was like, I don't, like, I'm like, no. Like, this is not that kind of full moon ceremony. Although I wish it was. I wish we were around a bonfire. But then
Let's do that next time.
Yeah, but then how do you do all this live streaming? Like, the two don't go together, really. So we are here honoring the full moon, even though we are inside. Okay. It's 5:53. It's so funny because there's a delay on my iPad. Is this mic working? How do we test this? Can you get on YouTube from your phone? And Rita, are you there yet?
Try again.
Hello, hello. We're testing.
Yes, that works.
You can tell?
Yeah, I'm on your YouTube. I commented.
Does
You see
it?
my comment?
I was just going to say, how'd you just comment? But you can hear, even though it's this far away, you can hear me okay? The mic doesn't have to be closer? Because I don't want,
Awesome. Sounds great.
I don't want it in the shot, although I could put it here.
Your camp. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Can you still hear okay?
No, it sounds great.
It does? It really does? Does it sound better now?
Okay, you gotta sit back normally and just keep talking just a second. Keep.
Okay, I'm talking. I want it to be there, which is pretty far away. I mean, it's not. So, is it working or does it sound better now?
It sounded just fine with it being far away and you sitting normally.
It did? Like now?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, it sounded really good.
great. Okay, now the problem is I got so stressed out today just trying to deal with the tech. Like I don't even really have I have no agenda. But that's okay. This is a practice run.
Yeah, we can start with like a little bit of a meditation or something just to hone in.
Yes, I have that. And what I asked, it was so funny because Christy's so not woo-woo. Neither is Rita. Like they would never want to necessarily do something like this. I was like, Marissa does. Marissa is though, but what was I about to say? I don't remember. Oh, anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm going to say a prayer and draw a card. And but because what I was going to ask you, which I asked her, is if you guys could help me by asking some questions since you're on Zoom. Because if I'm just having to talk like this, it's just going to be so stressful. So things like, yeah, just things like, well, what is this healing circle about? Or I thought we could also brainstorm, the three of us, out loud about, although she's like, oh, well, I would never do something like this. So just like stuff for the future that we can talk about, like things that we can do, because it isn't the same as being outside around a bonfire. Right. It's like completely different. And so
just with me asking questions and stuff, when I was trying it out with the YouTube, I don't think that they can hear me asking questions. So just reiterate.
Right.
Okay,
yeah. I'm no.
Question you asked.
Yeah. I'm sure that they can't hear you right now. Yeah. How's everyone doing? I'm sure this is pretty boring for you guys. But hey, stick around. You never know. You never know. OnlyFans. They're probably like, yeah, you needed to go live more for us, which I plan to. My intention this full moon is to start creating more content on all levels and getting in front of the camera again. I've taken a huge break from social media this last few months. So this is my first attempt to start really creating content again. And I probably will delete this live stream from my YouTube because it's too chaotic. But I should probably practice introducing my channel. And maybe you could ask, what is Double Detox, Jen? At some point.
Yeah.
If I don't naturally introduce, because I want to introduce like what this is and what my intentions are for this community. And it's 5:59. I'm not even sure how to start. Like, I have never done this. I don't know how to start this kind of thing. What would you suggest to start with?
Just an introduction of like a quick introduction of yourself, and kind of like for Christine, like what is a full moon ritual? What's the significance of full moon? Why are you hosting this? And then
Something
with
some
just like a
Are we still in Google Meet?
for-
I think we're still in Google Meet because it says something in the Meet tab needs your attention.
X out of that, or
Okay, do I stop our Google Meet? Leave. Okay, leave that.
X out of the Google Meet. So I think just a little quick introduction of yourself and a quick introduction as to like what the full moon significance is, and then just like a little bit of grounding, like get settled in your environment. Good meditation, sort of just a quick calm down.
It's not very calm in front of all these lights, I tell you that. I would so much rather be just with the candle. All right, so Christy's
We'll fix that for next time.
Well, I don't know how. I think you just need all this light. Yeah. I'm gonna spray some of my Protective Mist by Kate's Magic in Tucson. This stuff is awesome. It's very cinnamony, and cinnamon is a fall scent. So surrounding yourself with cinnamon this time of year is a very good thing. Even though we're here in Arizona and we're not going into a deep, dark winter. We're going into our season of beautiful weather for the next 8 months. However, spiritually speaking, it still is October, and we still are going into the dark half of the year where the days get shorter, and it's a time of introspection and harvesting all of the energy from the summer and everything that you started in the summer months. Now we go into the time of more reflection, journaling. If you are up north, sitting by cozy fires and drinking hot chocolate and watching the snow falling outside the windows. I'm sure a lot of you OnlyFans are all over, so it's probably getting crisp and the leaves are turning up north. So I don't know if we should wait for Christy or not. And all my phones are being used, so I can't see if she's texting, like maybe she didn't get the link or whatever. So I think we'll just start.
Yeah.
I'm Jen, and we are live from JenZenDen. I have been a sensual body worker for over 25 years, and now I'm launching my new program called Double Detox. Double Detox, and no, it doesn't stand for my double D's. It stands for detox and de-stress. And aren't we all pretty stressed out these days with all this technology? I should really get a third phone so I could do like a like showing this whole setup right now. It's so very technical. But when you want to do some kind of an online community, which is what I really want to manifest, and that's the intention that I'm setting tonight on this October full moon 2025. I'm calling out to the universe to manifest a new community of like-minded souls that want to join me. And so when you do something online, you are doing it with technology. So that's something to be thankful for. Even though the name is if we were all gathered around a big bonfire under the full moon. So, what is ritual? What is a ritual? I'm about to light this candle, which I bought yesterday. I went to a metaphysical bookstore here in Phoenix called Phoenix Rising, and they happened to be having a psychic fair. And so there was all these tarot readers and music, and I hadn't been there in a few years. And I spent a couple hours in there, and I got that candle, and I spent about an hour looking through all the tarot decks, and I thought, this is a ritual. You know, for me, this is very much a ritual to visit a place like that, because I love being there because of all of the incense and the crystals and everything in there. It's just, to me, very beautiful and sparks my creativity and my sense of spirit. So that was a ritual. And this is a ritual, just setting intention and gathering community, because we're not really meant to be alone, and we're not meant to spend all our time just looking at our phones and consuming other people's content. We're meant to come together. And so that's what I'm setting the intention to create, is a community, which is just us tonight. It's a very small, like, I'm giving birth as we speak. I'm giving birth to a new community, and hopefully it'll grow.
So what makes you want to hold like a ritual on a full moon? What's the significance of that?
That's what Christy said. Like, where is Christy, by the way? I don't know what's going on. If she can't join, I don't know. But I can't do anything about it now. Are you sure she could just get in? I wish I would have made you the administrator so you could see if she's trying to get in.
You would get a notification on the phone that is with the Zoom.
Okay.
And you can leave, well.
Yeah, for next time. We'll figure it out after. But I don't know. I don't want to like do anything. I don't want to mess with my phone right now. And so, okay. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. I have a funny story about deep breaths. I saw a client this morning, young guy, and I was telling him to breathe deep, to breathe into his root chakra, to breathe into his abdomen, and he just was laughing at me like I was trying to be all woo-woo or something, and he wasn't there for that. But, you know, and like I told Christy, you know, like, there's nothing woo-woo really or abstract about like the full moon. The full moon is the full moon. Whether you want to give it spiritual significance or not, it still's there. And a lot of things are on our earth and in our bodies are regulated by the moon, the cycles of the moon, the cycles of the earth. We are not disconnected from the earth, even though we are more and more so. But breathing into your abdomen is actually very beneficial. There's nothing woo-woo about it, really. I just like things that are woo-woo, and not everybody does. But it's actually very practically beneficial to take some deep breaths all the way into your abdomen. So, and I'm super stressed out, so I can't even really get my breath into my abdomen right now. So that just shows you, you know, it's we spend so much of our time being in a stress mode and breathing up here, and getting actually your breath to be all the way down here is a really good thing. So we're going to do a neck roll to the right side, and then back over to the left side, and then try to drop your head as much as you can forward, and then again to the right and back. Our head is basically a bowling ball. So if you think about that weight that your spine is carrying all day, and we're all hunched over our devices like this, so that's literally a bowling ball's worth of weight that then is throwing your spine just completely out of whack. So when you're sitting at the computer, it's really good to at least once an hour try to straighten your spine and do some neck rolls so you throw your head back the other way. So it's not so hunched forward, because that's what makes people, as they get older, their spine starts to go like that, because our head is like this way too much of the time. So let's talk about the full moon and light, because without the light of the sun and the moon, we wouldn't be able to do anything. We wouldn't be able to grow food. We wouldn't be able to, we'd be in utter darkness. So we are honoring the light of the full moon tonight, and the October full moon, which is often called the harvest moon. Although if you really study pagan history, it's actually not the harvest moon. The harvest moon is in September. The October full moon is the hunter's moon. It's one of the last full moons for the hunters to give them light, because they were gathering they were on the final hunt to get that meat stored for the winter. So the harvest and the hunt are similar, because the harvest is also harvesting the last of the crops, and the farmers had that light, that bright full moon to harvest late into the night, but the hunters were also hunting. So sometimes it's also called the wolf moon, because the wolves would be howling at the moon. So as we go into winter, I'm going to do this. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Because light and sound have this relationship, kind of like they manifest each other. Like light becomes sound. So yeah, let's just focus on this beautiful sound for this full moon. And I'll say a blessing for us, even though we are not under the full moon. Spiritually and symbolically, we are. So close your eyes and listen to this Hunter's Moon blessing. Under the glow of the Hunter's Moon, we gather in gratitude and reverence for the bounty of the earth, the warmth of our hearth, and the strength that carries us through the dark. By earth, by fire, by moonlit sky, may our hearts be full, may our bodies be strong, may our spirits be rooted in truth and grace. As the harvest wanes and winter approaches, may our stores be sufficient, our hearts be warm, and our community be strong. May we kindle the flame of resilience that will carry us through frost and shadow. Blessed be the path of shadow and of light. Blessed be the hunter's heart. Blessed be the waiting, the knowing, and the becoming. Blessed be. So, what is ritual? What is magic? What is spell casting? It all comes down to setting intentions. Because without intention, you can't begin to manifest the change that you desire. So, what is toxicity? What is toxic? What is all this hype about detox? Because it's very much a hype word right now. And it's not just a physical thing. It isn't just something that has to do with what you eat, or it's mental and spiritual. It could be a relationship that you really need to get out of. It could be a work environment that you really need to get out of. It's all of the things that are in our environment, also things inside of us, because of what we eat and because of all of the toxicity in our environment that we're bombarded with now from every direction, including this technology, which we all love and we're all addicted to. All of the EMFs, they're not super beneficial to our human bodies for sure. So how do we start to think about how to become less toxic, as less as possible in this new environment, and how to each month on the full moon, let it provide a moment of focus and ritual and community so that we can think about the things that we need to tackle in our own realm, in our own life, whether that is your diet or your needing to move more, needing to stretch more, needing to work out, or just breathe more. Whatever it is, it's a time every month to come together and set an intention for the coming month. So that's what we're doing. And my preference would be that we would be in a circle so that we could all talk, because I'm not, as a body worker, I'm not very good at just talking, especially just to a bunch of cameras. So that's another thing that I invite to the universe, to create a circle of people that will jump on and ask questions, whether that be about this crazy position that I've been in for more than 25 years, being a sex worker. It's something that most people consider to be toxic, and it is not given a place of honor or respect in our society at all. Although, of course, I think that it should be. But it can be very toxic, and largely because of the fact that it isn't given a place of respect. Going back to my client from this morning, he just was so in his superficial mind and was just all about my tits, basically, which, I mean, I appreciate. All my OnlyFans guys, are here. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're raised in a society that doesn't teach any kind of honor to all of your sexual experiences and separates them into like the realm that you have to be respectful and you want to be because it's your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and then this other realm that you feel like you get to be crass. I mean, it's just absurd to me. I mean, it just doesn't need to be that way, because you're there for an experience that you should honor, and especially for yourself. So I'm off on a tangent, but there's just a lot of things that I think people would want to know and ask me as a sex worker. And that's why I wanted to bring that in to this program, because it's about detox. And it's something that's very toxic. Sexuality is a really complicated thing. And it's more so now because of men being raised watching porn and what that looks like. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole discussion that, I mean, it's huge, but there's time. So I would love to have couples come on and ask me questions about that, because sexuality is a huge realm of our life, but so is nutrition. And I know quite a bit about a lot of things, being a massage therapist for 25 years, a colon hydrotherapist, going on this detox journey that I've been on now for about a year and a half, which I'll go into more about my story of using certain herbs to detox my own body. It basically healed my back issue, which was a miracle for me. So I would love to help people with all of these things. So what else is on the agenda?
Yeah, that was a great intro. So how do we set an intention? How do we do that? Do we write it down? Do we marinate on it?
So Marissa is asking, how do we set an intention? Do we journal? Do we write it down and burn it? Do we write it down and put it on our refrigerator? Could be anything. Could just be setting the intention in this moment and leaving it in your subconscious to work on. Because when the intention is there and when you consciously create it, it lives in your heart. Let's see, I wanted to read something. This is one of my favorite books. It's called Stalking Wild Soas. It's by Liz Koch. And this is actually not her. This is a Mahatma Gandhi quote, but it's very beautiful. And it's about intention. It's in her chapter, Changing Our Language, because your language sets your intention. And if you think about, if you could wake up tomorrow and not have any of those self-critical, our self-critical voice that just hounds us, if you could just wake up and love yourself, wouldn't that be great? Your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. So yes, setting intention is something you do inside yourself. And if it helps to write it down, Christy was like, I'm not going to journal anything. So, which is fine. You don't have to write it down. It's just has to live inside your heart. Let's draw a card. This is my favorite, although I have 3 decks and I love them all. And I really want a new one, but I didn't buy one yesterday because I didn't find one. But this is the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz, and it's all animals. So let's draw a card. I'm terrible at shuffling. If you're terrible at shuffling, you can just do this and then just draw from inside. The 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth and money, kind of our physical manifestation of our creativity. But because we live in a world of money, we use money to get things, to trade. So they've come to be kind of considered money. But really, money's just a symbol. Money's just a symbol of whatever you're doing to basically trade. 7 of Pentacles, a period of contemplation, which is perfect for October. A curious card. The 7 of Pentacles shows a period of contemplation and uncertainty. You're looking back at all of your hard work and wondering if it has been a failure or a success. You can't seem to decide. Shouldn't you be reaping more rewards by now? Maybe so, but the mind has control over perception. It's possible your rewards are still waiting for you to recognize them. They are not always monetary. Speaking of monetary, I am creating this circle for a good while. I'm not expecting anything monetary to come of it, although I would truly very much desire a new way to earn income as I am getting older as a sex worker. How long can you do this work? Who knows? I mean, maybe I could be doing this work for 20 more years. What do you say, OnlyFans? But maybe not. So I'm putting out there the desire to help people on other levels. And we need money. We need money. That's how we've built our society. We can't live on just trade, although we could technically. If you know how to build a roof and someone knows how to do something else, you can trade. But we live in a world where we need money. So, but anyway, I am building this community completely for free, and I invite all of you to join my full moon cleansing circle, which is going to be an online hub of resources, websites, people that I follow, information that I know about, and hopefully build a community. So, yes. My little amethyst crystal, which, speaking of toxicity, this was given to me by one of my very, very, very best friends about 20 years ago. And if you are watching this, Christine, because she does tend to reach out now and then, so she follows me, but I no longer talk to her. It was a very toxic friendship, which is a very long story. but I still love her very much. And she was always so wise and so spiritual. And I still honor her very much and love her very much. So I chose this crystal tonight because I've kept this all these years, and there's so many memories in this crystal for me of our crazy friendship and all the things that we went through. And she actually texted me about a year ago. I was sitting out on my deck and I hadn't heard from her in probably 6 or 7 years. And I was so excited to hear from her. And she was like, if you want to talk, I'd really love to talk to you. So of course I texted her back, and then she ghosted me again. Like, she tends to do that. And I texted her for weeks, like, what? I thought you said nope. She just totally ghosted me. I don't know if that was a tease. Like, I don't know why someone would do that, because I would never. But that's why for me, she's so toxic, because she always can hook me in, and then she'll just leave, or she'll just sleep with my boyfriend, or do all these things. Anyway, so that's an example of a toxic relationship that I'm better off without. And every time I hear from her, I say to myself, next time I hear from her, I'm going to ignore that text. I'm not going to, but then I never can, because I just miss her so much because of all the good things. So that's an example right there of just what we all have to deal with in our lives. We all have to deal with making decisions around toxicity in relationships, in our work, in our diet. I told myself, one of the things I struggle most with is alcohol. And I told myself, don't drink today, wait till after. But and I really was going to, and then I had one right before. And of course, Marissa and I jumped on and we decided to completely change. Like, I was going to do the Zoom on my laptop, but then the microphone, anyway, we changed the whole tech setup last minute, and it was so stressful. And I was like, if you hadn't have had that drink, you'd be more clear, you'd be able to deal with this better. But I weakened. So, I mean, there you go. We're all human. So what time is it? It's only been a half hour. Oh my gosh, feels like so long. I mean, this is so hard. I don't see Rita on here. I wonder if I can scroll. I don't know. Christy and Rita are nowhere to be found. So we'll see what happened with them.
I'm here.
Hi, are you here? Because I couldn't see you.
Well, I was late because I couldn't find your email. So I texted you, and then you didn't reply. And then I thought, well, let me look at my junk.
Oh, it went to junk?
The Zoom email went to junk, and the other email went to my regular.
I don't know why. I don't know why
Then I found it, so I was a few minutes late.
Okay, well, hi.
Hello.
So you said you could only be on here for about half hour, so you probably have to go. Do you have any questions you want to ask?
I can stay a few more minutes. I can stay a few more minutes.
Christy thinks I should just make a podcast just about being a sex worker. And I was saying to her, I don't want to do two. And I really am trying to start this whole new business around being a holistic health coach. And so I'm going to have to just combine them, because I'm not doing two of these. So it's all going to have to meld together, and that's how it's going to be. And if I offend people, I just do. I mean, I have to stand in myself, and this is who I am, and this is what I've done for a very long time, even though it makes a lot of people really upset. But anyway, I also have a lot of other passions. So any final thoughts, Christy? Hi. My OnlyFans guys are totally chatting. They're all right there. I just can't see. Hi, Jen. Haven't seen you for a while. Hi, Tom. You keep going in and out. I'm not sure why. Do you have anything that you want to ask, Christy?
No, not really.
That was me saying, please ask me a question. It's okay though. That's totally fine. But all your questions are absolutely welcomed, and I invite them. And I think we can close the circle for tonight. This was a very good practice run. What should I do to close the circle? How about another chime?
Yeah, send us off with something.
Yeah.
What should we walk away with when we leave here?
I invite all of you, when you get in bed tonight, to close your eyes and think of one thing that you really want to change. Maybe it's something you need to let go of. Maybe it's something that you've habitually done one way, but you really would like to start doing it a new way. Maybe it's just putting yourself to sleep, like coming home to yourself after the day and cutting all the ties to like all of the voices you heard all day at work, and just remembering that you love yourself and you believe in yourself. And if you really want something, it starts with setting that intention. So think about something that you want to change or manifest, and go to sleep thinking about that thing, and tell yourself that you love yourself and that you have the strength to make those changes. So thank you for being here, Marissa and Christy, and Rita if you're here, but I don't see you. I love you guys. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next month.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay.